My name's Mark Engel. I live with my family here in Kent, in North Kent, and the business is called Salient Knives. It's a bespoke, handmade hunting knife company, which is a little strange, but when you see the product, I think you'll agree it's a thing of beauty. It's an artwork rather than a tool, in my opinion. Unfortunately, about 10 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with cancer, and I needed something to take my mind off things. It was a horrendous time for the whole family. I met up with a guy called Stephen Wade Cox, who made handmade knives for a living, and I thought, well, that's very strange, and that sounds exciting and interesting. And when I got to see one of the knives, I put it in my hand. I thought, I've got to learn how to do this. This is brilliant. This is fantastic. So Steve was great, and myself and about 3 or 4 others started to go and see him every Tuesday night, and we became his apprentices. And Steve actually made knives for Ray Mears and lots of other people that you would probably know. But yeah, so I apprenticed with him for about 10 years, up until his untimely death in 2016. So then I did nothing with the idea. I was obviously very upset when Steve died. I did nothing with the idea, and then when I met up with Cameron, my business partner, things again just came together serendipitously. And yeah, we started the business in late 2020. In the middle of pandemic, which sounded like a great idea at the time, or probably isn't a great idea, but anyway. Yeah, it's just become all-consuming. It's become fantastic, and I've met some amazing people, some really amazing people that I never would have met had I not been trying to run and start Salient Knives. I think we had the same challenges as any other business starting up in our first year. We didn't know what we didn't know. We didn't know what we needed. We couldn't put our finger on exactly what we needed before we started. So we just had to kind of, look into the abyss and walk forward. So I think any business, any small business like that, any small business faces those challenges. We're now going to shows. There were no shows. A lot of the hunts and the shoots were cancelled. COVID cancelled everything, actually a lot of the livestock has been was run down in that year. So even the next year, even last year, there were fewer people going out to do the hunting and the shooting. So I think that's had an impact on us. So we've started in the really tough time, and hopefully it's the only way is up now. So I was introduced via a friend, and she said, look, you should look into this. And I literally went on the website, clicked the inquiry, and a day later or 2 days later, I was talking to the business advisor, and literally it was word of mouth. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I found it really useful. There's a lot of stuff on there, a lot of stuff on the website that I knew already, because I've been around, I've been in business for 26 years, working for other companies. But there was some things there that I hadn't really taken the time to really think about and really learn, and it enabled me to go and do that. And the business advisor was fantastic. I think it was Steve that we were dealing with. He was just great, hand-holding us all the way along the line, so great. And just sitting there and watching the videos and just taking the time to think about that and think about things in a different way. Things like the business model canvas, that was really, really powerful. That's something I've recommended to other people to do. If you can write the business model canvas, it's worth trying, put it that way. If you can't fill that in and you can't feel comfortable about what you've written there, you should probably think again about what you're doing. And it's not a long-winded exercise. This is one piece of paper, one A4 piece of paper. So I think that was really useful. He understood our business. He took the time for me to explain what we were trying to do. And we weren't going to have a website. We'd already got that sorted. We weren't looking for any videos. We'd already done that. We'd already funded that ourselves. So he wanted to know exactly what we wanted to do with the funding, and he took the time to understand us. And I think that really helped us an awful lot, because he was suggesting things for us. He was suggesting ways of wording things that were really better than the way I would have worded it. And yeah, it was just really helpful. It felt like I had a business partner rather than somebody I had to impress. So the process has been great. It's been really very well organised, very transparent. everything, you know, this is the goods, this is how a good application looks, this is what you should be doing to do that, which is great. And I had never written anything like that before, so that was really helpful. Certainly not for a grant. Our laser engraver, we sometimes laser engrave the blades, and some of that is bespoke to customers' requirements. You know, maybe it's for a particular birthday or a particular event, and we had to travel all the way to Telford, and we're in North Kent. You know, that could be an 8-hour, I once did an 8-hour round trip just to get a serial number put on the back of a knife. So yeah, a 10-minute piece of work. We needed something in-house, we needed our own laser engraver. And to attack those markets overseas, like the American market, where they do want a lot of bespoking done to their knives, it just gives us the control to have our own laser engraver in-house. We could never have afforded that without the grant, and it made all that possible. So we're now able to laser engrave within a day. You know, we can get that done literally same day if we need to. I would say talk to the business advisors. They will tell you whether you've got a good case or not. You're not in the best position to know that. So talk to the business advisors and just go for it.